El noticiero es presentado por SEYER, The Boxing Showcase y The Aquino Destinations.
Shane, it's always a pleasure to talk with you. Let me start with this. Do you believe this is the most complicated fight in your career because of the experience of your opponent?
Yeah, I mean, this is the toughest fight I've had so far. You know, obviously he has experience. He's been in the ring. He's crafty. He has a lot of tricks. He's a good fighter, and so yes, I do think of that because of his experience.
But in the other hand, if you win, of course you are trying to get a win, but the world of boxing is gonna recognize you, and you're gonna grow like crazy, right?
I would assume that that's the case. I mean, I would assume it would take me to a level that gets me closer to a championship. You know what I mean? And obviously that's what he wants as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're in this to get closer to the championship level.
Definitely. Is there something that you are worried about from Rosado, or there's nothing to worry about?
Well, I mean, obviously he has, like we talked about, he has a lot of experience. He's very, very crafty. He has a lot to worry about. There's a lot to worry about. And so, yeah, we just gotta do the game plan and try to do our best. One second. I'm so sorry.
No worry.
I have to close the door.
It's okay. These words shows me that you are a gentleman, you are a warrior, because you recognize your opponent. In so many cases and in so many interviews, they answer, there's nothing to worry about. Come on, you know what I mean, right?
That's foolishness. That's foolishness.
Yeah.
That's foolishness. Yeah, no, come on, man. You have to respect another man's craft. You have to, because then why am I fighting? If I have nothing to respect, why are we fighting?
Yeah.
I could fight anybody. You know what I mean? Like, of course, I'm fighting him because he is reputable. He is a great fighter. He is all of these things, and I would think that he would think the same about me. You know what I mean? And so,
definitely.
Whatever happens from there, it happens. But you have to respect your opponent.
Yeah, of course, he respects you. Actually, I did the same question for him, but now the opposite. Is there something that Rosado needs to worry about from you?
Respectfully, absolutely. You know what I mean? Like I said, I have tools as well.
Yeah, of course.
I these things as well. So I think that it's and I think that that's why a lot of people are thinking that it's going to be a good fight because of the weapons that we both have and possess. So I think that I think it's a great fight.
Regarding the words that you already mentioned, it's a great fight. I totally agree. You are willing, or you are planning to steal the night, talking about boxing?
I plan to give my best, man. I plan to give the best performance. The best performance I can give. So if that steals the night, then great. You know what I mean? But I'm not worried about that. I got to worry about what's in front of me, and that's Gabriel Rosado and doing the best that I can with that fight. Everything else, if it steals the night, great. If it, it's, anything more than that, I'd be honored.
Yeah, of course. Let me ask you this: in 168, there are Mexicans, a lot of Mexicans. But first of all, how do you define the Mexican style or the Mexican boxing?
I love it. I grew up in it. I'm from California, so a lot of my influence was from that that style. You know, my first boxing coach, other than my grandfather and my dad, was Zach Padilla. So you know what I mean? Like, you know, I Gennaro Hernandez, I was around, you know, like a lot of, you know, Mexican fighters. So I love that style.
Nice. So this being said, of course you respect the Mexican style, but the question is, there's a Mexican on your goals that you want to fight against?
I mean, not in particular, but I mean, it's just like, look, anything that gets me to a world title, that's what I want to fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, calling out names, that's for the birds, man. Like, what I want, man, I want a world title. And then from there, we can see what our options are, then we go from there. But realistically speaking, you know, I got to get to that point to put my name in the hat. And when I get there, then we can talk about, you know, all that other stuff.
You know, this question is gonna sound crazy for you, but I need to ask this. I used to live in California, Culver City, LA. But maybe you heard that so many people are leaving California because it's really expensive, it's crazy. And how's it feeling for you that California, for me, is the most beautiful places maybe in the world? But now the people need to leave because of the situation. It's really expensive, not only in rent, but the gasoline, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's really tough, man, because, you know, we love California and things like that. And it's unfortunate that, you know, things are going up like they are. But I mean, you know, I mean, if you have to leave California, you gotta do what you gotta do, and then maybe you can go visit or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, go visit and stuff like that. But I can understand. I mean, I left California for that reason too. Like, before, excuse me, before all of that, I left California because it was getting too expensive, and you know, I wanted, you know, a more reasonable place to raise my family. So that's why I moved out.
Nice. So two more questions. Could you define this fight? Because I need to understand from your side how you define this fight against Rosado. Because for me, like I told you, both of you guys, you can steal the night, but you're gonna be part of it. How do you define this fight?
I guess I just define it as the next step. I mean, you know, like, I really don't have, like, you know, it's just the next step for me. Whatever, you know what I mean? Like, whatever happens after that next step, I'll see, you know what I mean? Like, but it's one foot in front of the other, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, it could be the best thing that's ever happened. You know what I mean? Who knows? But, you know, I just got to take that step towards the direction that I think that I need to go. And we'll get to the, you know, see whatever we see from that next step. But that's I guess how I can define it. It's the next step for me.
Nice. And please finally define Ryan's Garcia fight against Emmanuel Tegoe. I fully believe it's very complicated for Ryan. The people don't understand boxing, with all my respect, but you are a fighter. And you know that Emmanuel, he has only one defeat, but the first fight. Yeah. Now is going to be very dangerous. But how do you define this fight, Ryan against Emmanuel?
I think it's a very tough fight for him. It's a very good test for him. And when he comes out on top, he'll show people that he deserves to be respected. I'm very proud of the fighter that Ryan has become. I've known him from a little boy, and I'm just, you know, I'm very proud of him and how he even handled the situation with, you know, not taking fights, you know, this past year, working on his mental health. I'm proud of him, man, and I just want to see him succeed. I do think that he is one of the top dogs in the lightweight division, and I just can't wait for him to be able to show that. So I want him to keep on moving forward, keep on getting better, and keep on showing these people that he is going to be the next, undisputed world champion.
Yeah, definitely. Well, invite the California people, the Mexican people. I mean, invite everybody to your fight, because I don't want to lose this fight, and I wish you the best always.
Thank you.
Please invite the people.
Yeah, man.
El noticiero fue presentado por SEYER, The Boxing Showcase y Aquino Destinations.